Hey you, welcome to day 12 of my Road to 108 Sun Salutations by the Summer Solstice. In my practice for day 12, I continue to focus on my breath work, my Ashtanga Namaskaras, as well as making sure my form throughout the sequence was in alignment with my body. I did a time lapse yesterday of my sequence, so pretty quicker than normal. But then I kind of just go into a debrief around what things I learned from my research on different asanas, how it kind of all is connecting for me, and where I want to go as I continue my practice. The other thing is that I also share some of my experiences about the park. There is one part where some kids were messing around with some squirrels, but I think the question that came out of that is something that I'd like to kind of focus on as I continue to build this practice and be in community with those around me. So yep, day 12, 14 days out from the summer solstice. Crazy.
Okay, well, it seems like today is just a day of experimenting with the camera, so I'm gonna do it this direction and hopefully it comes out okay. So today's sun salutations were okay. I have this idea that sun salutations should be like this fast rush, not rushed, but like this fast. Pretty windy. But yeah, that I could be like, I in my head I'm like, oh, sun salutation is like this really fast pace, like boom, 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 and like I'm sure that it does get pretty like fast paced in the sense of like if your body is used to all those movements and flows and blah blah blah, like you're transitioning through positions with a lot more ease. But if it's a sun salutation, I think that it should be like a rhythmic pace and maybe like if you're doing it individually, like it's aligned to your own inhales and exhales. So um so tomorrow when I do them, I'm definitely going to do them without cueing. Just do some of them without cueing again. I did that today as well, but like with the intention of I make a movement for every inhale, exhale, and sustain. Because I think that's something that probably help a lot. The other things, um, oh, the ADHD thoughts were going today, so that was not really helpful. I definitely lost count the first 2 sets I did. Because I just had multiple trains of thoughts going, and I kind of like zoned back in. I'm like, oh shit, like I'm on this. I don't know if this is like, I'm coming up from Upduck, from, no, not that one, Ashwasan, Ashwasan, Ashwasantalasana, Ashwasantalasana, Ashwasantalasana. Yeah, sometimes when I'm coming up from that one, I'm like, there's infinite. Sometimes like if I zone out, I don't know if I'm going up or down. So hopefully I can get into a better state of mind to help navigate that. But also, the last set I did, I started switching which foot I start on. Which foot I start my Ashwasantalasana on. And that definitely helps me count. So maybe that is something that I'm going to keep doing. I'm going to, validate if that is the methodology. I think I saw somewhere that you do like a certain number on one, like eventually you do end up doing 50 core on each side, but like, is it after every 12 you switch off? Like, I don't know if they have a thingy for that. Today I did roughly 40 Sun Salutations. Some of them being my warm-up exercises, some being like sequence meant to be my practice. And that's a bit more than I even wanted to do today. I definitely feel like at night, like some tightness in my body. So I wanted to be kind to her today. That's why I also rolled out some of the things going on. But hit the number. I am really shocked that the summer solstice is almost here in 2 weeks from today. So not really sure. Not really sure. My thoughts. The summer solstice is 2 weeks away, so we just prep my physical self as well to maintain this type of use of my body. Because it is a lot of physical exertion and just making sure that as also I continue to rebuild my yoga practice, that like I am taking care of the inner body as well as the outer body. So yeah, keep doing that. I don't know, is there anything that you're finding out about Sun Salutations that you didn't know before or you didn't think about? Are you getting ready for Sun Salutations for the summer solstice? How many are you doing? Yeah. I would love to hear if you have any experience with sun salutations. Um, what's it like to learn it? And yeah, that'd be really cool. Okay, I think that's it. Did quite the ramble. Sunday, lovely day. Um, oh, I did have something to share. So this is that. Yesterday, um, I saw some squirrels and they were like playing around and having fun and whatnot. And then, um, some were having fun. Some were actually fighting. I've never seen squirrels fight before. That was crazy. Like even a little. And like I've seen the videos of it, but never seen that. So some of them were playing, some of them were fighting and like chasing one up a tree, like insane. But then after I was just like chilling, hanging out here, a group of kids were like chasing the squirrels and throwing tennis balls at them. And their parents just sat there and watched them. And it was the saddest thing. And luckily, the squirrels stayed in the trees until the kids left. Um, but it was crazy. And like, yes, what does that say about the parents? But like, what about these kids' imagination made them think that was a fun game? I can't see it. I can't see it. So, um, I yeah, I don't know what to do with that information, but I really just need to share, especially like as the environment is changing and government regulations are going down, right? Like for environmental policies, we're literally going to be more responsible than ever. And like, yeah, it shouldn't be our responsibility, right? Like, but for now, it is. And like, we really have to. It's like, I don't know, it's weird. It's 'cause it's like, we really have to look out for each other. And it's like, we have to look out for the trees, the bees, the squirrels, just like they gotta look out for us. Um, and like, yeah, I don't know. Trying to figure out, like, I volunteer at the parks and stuff, but trying to figure out what other things I can get involved in, especially because I do spend a lot of time outside. I love doing yoga in the grass. And doing hiking and all that other stuff. So it's like spend a lot of time outside, and it would be great if more people could continue to experience it in its full state and not some uh not from borax uh bottled air, you know? So yeah, that was just on my mind, and hope that we can continue to be good stewards of, of our areas. Hope we can do that. All right. Till tomorrow. Bye.